want the jerk coffee?
Yeah.
Here she is.
For allowing kids as young as 14 to work and 16 to 17-year-olds to serve alcohol with parents' permission, of course. Look, it's one thing to offer work opportunities to teens, but it's another to create a bill that essentially gets rid of protections for teenagers, allowing them to work more hours in more places, like in restaurants, an industry notoriously in need of more labor. But come on. If we needed to aggravate more 58-year-old women who refused to tip because they couldn't get a third order of unlimited breadsticks from the local Olive Garden, Karens will not change, and we will subject our youth to their wrath. In an effort to what? Teach them the value of $1? Or better yet, teach them that despite the hours that they might work for little pay, they could never afford a college education. So I guess this is just a great kickstart to the old resume, since these kids will end up waiting tables for their entire lives.
Well, just look at the bright side. Have a job at the diner for the rest of your life.
And no disrespect to the service industry, most of your workers are underpaid and undervalued. Exactly why this bill was passed. To keep it that way. Kids can't even vote. They have no agency in this. So Governor Kim Reynolds and the top corporate lobbyists from the restaurant associations who wrote the bill have to stay the course of corporate greed and exploit our children like it's 1914. Okay, and what is the argument to keeping these kids at work instead of doing their homework or, being a kid? Hy-Vee, a supermarket chain which is apparently employee-owned, yeah right, has been fined nearly $1 million in 32 counts of child labor violations. Oops. And the governor, Kim Reynolds, has been getting monies from Hy-Vee in the number of, about $1 million. Oh my God.
I'm very, very grateful to that helpful smile in every aisle.
Probably not to pressure her into introducing and whipping about a vote on a bill to change the child labor laws so they can cash in. Definitely not that. We don't have enough workers and refuse to pay people more money, so instead, let the kids work. We will even let them pursue their influencership on TikTok by the kitchen near the trash if you just let them work here. Please, please, please. The restaurant industry seems more desperate to find a 16-year-old than Jared from Subway on his first day out of prison. Okay, maybe that's not fair to the restaurant industry. I hate comparing them to something as disgusting and depraved as Subway. As test scores and education seem to be faltering, there seems to be a huge missing link here that comes back to education versus work. And kids are the only ones suffering. Okay, and the teachers, who have to now teach growing numbers of undereducated children who suffer from growing numbers of mental illness, who are under growing pressures from the likes of society, who want them to have an education, pay for college, and make enough to contribute to society without any health insurance or a raise in wage. Even if this bill was a decent idea to fix the labor problem, it does not really adhere to the cries of unions everywhere who say that the labor issues come from bad jobs with bad pay. Get it together.